Today I want to play some abandoned games in Roblox with you. Yes, for those of you who don't know, there are several games, especially from 2006, that basically don't get updates anymore. They've died in the underworld of Roblox, but there's something curious. For example, this one is Crossroads. I believe everyone has probably seen this map and probably wondered what map this is, where it comes from. Yes, it was Roblox itself that created it. It was made in 2007, and the coolest thing is it still gets players. Yes, this was the game people played back in 2007. As you can see, there are still a lot of people here on the server, like people with old skins, like me, for example. And we can also see that yes, this was what made it fun, blowing up other people, basically painting the map. I thought this would paint the map, but it doesn't. There are these little balls. There's the sword for you to finish someone off. There's the TNT, or dynamite in this case. And this item here that's really cool, it builds a wall, okay? Well, basically you would stay here with your friends. Apparently there were two teams, right? As you can see, the game would start and then you would enter an epic battle on this map. And I'm absolutely sure you've seen it in some other game, or some other game has already used it. By the way, oh my god, man, this guy is totally lagging, huh? Look at this, damn man, no, I'm gonna get him here. Look, he's done for, haha, that's great, man. Well, and people who play it nowadays, right, as you can see, they're basically still battling, which is cool, but it seems like it doesn't work anymore, right? We don't go to the other teams anymore. Look, some other people just spawn out of nowhere and go to other teams, but I don't know, I think we have to touch this thing here, maybe? Could this have been a team thing all along without me knowing? Wow, so this thing here, man, I didn't know about this. Okay, guys, if you touch this, you stay on a certain team. Wow, that's crazy, man. I really didn't know about this. Look, there's an old map secret that I just found. But hold on, this isn't the only map we have. We also have Gravity Experience. However, it was made unavailable because basically the creator is no longer the right age, or rather, he never verified his account. And we can see that it's really crazy, right? Because there are a lot of things here, several badges, and look, it looks like I've already earned them, or I don't know, man, this is completely weird, but I think I've already played this game, even though I have no idea when. And look, we can also check out its store, right? Look at that, I even have the Rainbow Trail. I don't even know how I have all this stuff here, especially since I don't remember ever playing this game. But since nothing ever dies in Roblox, someone took this game and reposted it in another place. Which, in this case, right, look, you can see, right, the original is here, and basically, right, they managed to re-upload it, but now it's only for ages 16 and up. Ha, now I think I remember this game. Here, basically, we can see, right, here are the trails we have, right, the shop, blah, and here, right, for us to basically jump, and that's the game. Okay, my god, then you start progressing through the planets, and like, you end up clicking on some planets to move forward in them, right? That's basically it. I think I only played this once in my life, and then never again. And it's one of the classic games on Roblox, and people used to play it, at least I believe people used to play it, right? And you can stay in orbit there with your friend, having fun and whatever else. My god. Okay, this here was the sun, so it's probably not a good idea to touch the sun. But that's it, right? You come here to the platform, it launches you. This is really interesting, guys. I thought it was really cool, and nowadays you can basically play by staying here, right? On these places that people have re-uploaded. That's really cool. The next game is another game, which you've probably already seen. This map here, okay, it's the classic Rocket Arena, it's from Roblox itself, and this is a fun fact that maybe nobody knows. And it basically, as you can see, was created in 2008 on January 25th, and it only allowed 9 players. It doesn't have any genre or anything. I think Roblox abandoned this. There are no developer products, no game passes, nothing. But people also recreated it, which unfortunately is also for ages 16 and up. Well, but here we can kind of see how it was. Yes, this is the cell it used. In fact, it has already appeared in one of my videos. We also have, right, the item that basically makes the wall. We have a rocket launcher, which was supposed to be working. And the coolest thing about this map, guys, is that it's basically, how can I say this, man? It's totally destructible, right? Look, as you can see, I destroyed it here. You could destroy everything. Okay, so it's actually a really cool thing. It's something like unique about this map. And then, 9 people would get together here. Each one would spawn in a corner and then fight everyone in PvP. Yeah, it was really cool back then and all, right? Whoever liked playing this game, a lot probably liked playing other PvP games too. Unfortunately, the third tab here doesn't work. It doesn't do anything. So like, I can't do anything with it. There were some ads, basically here on the big walls, which was pretty cool too. And that's it, man. You had fun with a lot of people, and if you fell down here, well, at least back in my day, that was it. You were dead, and you ended up losing, okay? And here you can see there was a kill counter, there was the kill streak, and here how many people you managed to get and how many deaths you had. Pretty interesting, really. And the coolest thing, man, this whole bridge here could be destroyed. And, like, you would destroy it as you went, and the person would fall and couldn't advance to your base. That's what I thought was cool about this game here, which is one of the more classic Roblox games, but unfortunately, it was also abandoned. Now, we have this one here, which you've probably seen, and you've probably played it too. But if you've never played it and never seen it, man, this map here, do you recognize which one it is? Yes, exactly. This is the Shadow Sky game. Alright, it's called Sword Fights on the Heights 4, right? This is the 4th one already. It's not basically the last one, but it is the last one, but it's not the first. But even today, right, you still find some people playing it. It's available for all ages, and that's what I thought was cool, man. And look how cool that is, right? It even got updates until 2021, and it was created in 2008. Just so you have an idea, and look, they show what each update had, and basically, the last one was a completely new trailer. Alright. Well, here we have the badges for this game, as you can see, alright? Here we have its shop, which is pretty cool too, the dev products so you can buy better swords. And here you can see people playing. Well, and basically, here's how it works. There's not much to say about it, but you spawn, for example, in a place. Look, man, pressing tab here is a bad idea, guys. Be careful when you press tab. Well, but here you spawn with a sword, and basically it's all about having one-on-one fights with the other players. So now where am I going to land? Alright, I'll land over here, check it out. And here on this map there are several things, right? For example, there's a portal here that if you enter, you'll be transported to another area, in this case, down below the map. For example, if I want to go to the blue area, just come here and teleport, okay? These are all the spawn locations, right? Where you spawn and so on, and then you can basically climb up to some places here, try to find other players, and all that while battling, right? Having some insane one-on-one fights. We also have other swords that you can get. They're actually much stronger than some of the others. And look, that's cool, right? There's something here for us to jump into the middle. Really awesome. It kind of works like another teleport. Man, this map is really complex. Okay, you can take advantage of a lot of other things. So, like I said, right, you can basically buy some swords. And actually, I have the best one here without even having bought it. But be careful when clicking on this shop, okay? Because then something happens. It kind of seems like you end up playing in the comm. I don't really know how it works, and basically everything you do here activates something else, and I don't know what. Look, for example, look, I was a noob, and now I ended up dying because I didn't know about that. Alright. Well, and here on the side, right, we can see the leaderboard, right, where you can see how many kill streaks you have, how many deaths you have. In my case, since I was a total noob, I managed to die twice. But look, the sword that showed up here, man, this is serious. Okay, guys, don't press tab in this game. This is a really annoying bug. And look, now I have another sword here. Now I can go PvP with the guys, right? Look, there are some other, I don't know, man, some things that throw you up in the air. Everything here is different from the others. Okay, guys, so, like, sometimes, man, look, for example, there's a guy over there. You can go up to that guy and stuff. Anyway, you just keep playing and enjoying this game. And it's really cool, right, guys, to know that games created in 2008, 2006, right, completely abandoned, still have players playing, okay? That's also true, right, if you've sometimes played in another game, right? For example, you played Forza, Forsaken, or some other game like that, which takes classic things and brings them back to life, right? Man, we've already seen these maps many times. We've basically seen Crossroads many times. We've also seen, right, the Rocket Arena there too. You guys have seen it several times, man, and so on. But this one I'm gonna show now, I'm almost 100% sure that everyone watching the video has already seen this map. Which map am I talking about? I'm talking about Happy Home in Robloxia, guys. Exactly. It was created in 2009, okay? I'm not sure if it's the original one, okay, but I believe it is. It's just for ages 16 and up, unfortunately. But look how interesting. It was updated in 2025 on August 15th, not that long ago, okay? Well, and here, right, we have several badges here, right, for you to see. Really cool. We have his store, which has nothing, not even a dev product. The guy never made this thinking about profit. So let's go in there so you can see what the sort of original version of this map was like. And look how cool what the developer ended up doing is, right? Like I said, it's probably not exactly the original, but he made it look like it was. Look at the old Roblox mouse here, okay? We also have, right, the items here. These items here are because I have them in my inventory, okay? You're not gonna spawn with all these things here, for God's sake. But look how cool this is, right? You come here, there's an arena. Man, this map is awesome, right, dude? Dude, this really is the nostalgia of all of Roblox, right? Unfortunately, the leaderboard isn't like it used to be, okay? And here we have the little house, really cool. Okay, man, over there we have, right? He left it, right? I think the original probably didn't have all this, right? It was basically just this, okay? Yeah, it also didn't have the PvP arena. But here it was, basically, you know, for you to learn how to build, right? In Roblox and all. Man, this jumping sound here, dude, was really satisfying back then, okay? I think even today it's still kind of satisfying, right? And here, right? This thing here, just a reminder, okay? He was the one who put this here. It didn't have all of this. We also have, you know, this Roblox thing here, right, man? I forgot, man. The Roblox company, really cool. We also have that destroyed little castle, a huge racetrack we also have over there, you know, man, kind of like Crossroads, right, dude? Really, really cool, guys. And this is one of the most classic maps in Roblox, which was also abandoned. Well, guys, in this video, I missed a few other classic maps. Maybe I'll make a part 2, playing and testing more abandoned and old games, alright? Here on Roblox, comment below if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a big like on the video. I'll end this video here. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Thanks, see you. I'm out, bye.